right, welcome to episode 5 of the YONAHA podcast. Is this 5?
Is this episode 6?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Episode 5 plus 1.
Episode 5.0.
Plus 1.0.
Point 1.
Today we have a special guest. Her name is DragonFire1000. Say
Hey.
hello. All
Oh.
right.
Oh my
I
gosh.
beat you to the
Oh my
punch.
gosh. Hi.
I did.
Oh my god.
All right. I guess you can briefly introduce yourself,
Briefly.
or for as long as you need to.
All right. Yeah, my
oh,
name's
okay.
DragonFire1000. I make animations on YouTube. I've been doing this for a very long time, probably about 10 years now, maybe going on 11. So I'm a pretty OG YouTuber. My main primarily focus has been Undertale animations and Undertale AU animations, but in the whole scope of things, I've been more just doing like fan animations of various things such as Invader Zim and Sonic as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I will link your channel in the description of this video. The way she animates is very, very intricate. She does it on ones, which means in 24 frames per second. She does all of her dialogue, mouth movement drawn by hand. No automation anywhere. It's all just hand drawn, carefully done. And that type of animation is very rare now because people try to automate as much as possible. So I appreciate the work that you do.
Yeah, well, and they also do either like wireframe animation or just kind of like draw a piece of a character and move it. But I go straight from the bottom up, from sketch to finish.
Yeah.
nice.
Very old fashioned.
Yeah. All
Very
right.
traditional.
Yeah.
Traditional animation. Nice.
All right. That
Yeah,
was a good
it's
introduction.
traditional but on digital.
Yeah.
No,
And
but
it looks very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, the type of
Oh,
animation I do is all CG, which means that most of it is automated, but it's still very difficult.
Yeah, I cannot do 3D animation, but like I've been in this for long haul. I've actually been animating much more longer than 10 years. I've been animating since I was in grade 6, and I don't know how old I was back then, but I'm 29 now. So yeah, I've been doing it for a very long time. And no, I did not get held back, in case anyone gets the idea.
If you've been doing it since 6th grade and you're 29, then that's about 18 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
All self-taught, no schooling, nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Really?
mean,
Oh, you're self-taught?
I like self-taught. I'm self-taught in 3D. I've had a little bit of education in it, and it felt counterproductive. Cause,
Yeah, no, the only learning I've done is just either through tutorials on YouTube or some people who have animated who got a little bit more skill than me have taught me how to do it more efficiently. But other than that, everything's straight from the old brain, the smooth brain.
the smooth
Big
brain.
old smooth brain.
Yeah.
Jello brain. I almost said
All right.
Yeah, no.
jiggy brain.
All right, let's throw in some questions regarding your animations. What inspired you to start animating all the way back then?
Oh, actually, I remember this very fondly, but I've always been a fan of cartoons ever since I was little, and I still do. But it all stemmed from one specific situation where I went to Dairy Queen, and this is when Dairy Queen was still doing kids' meals yet. And I remember getting this little flip book. It was like a dragon just flying over and burning a castle. And I looked at that, and my young little child brain, when I was like, I think I might have been in elementary school. I think it was grade 3 or 4 or something. I was just fascinated. I was like, wow, you just stick a bunch of pieces of paper together and just have the same picture over and over, and it works. And then ever since then, I've been fascinated with trying, first to improve my drawings to get better. And then after that, I started doing my very first animation. I think I did stop motion, actually, and that was in grade 5. But then the file ended up corrupting, so I had nothing to show for my art class, which really sucked. But I kept animating, and then I started getting into my first traditional animation, and I used, I think it would have been video impression. It was something that came with my dad's webcam, and it was probably about on par with Windows Movie Maker for making animations, so obviously not that great. And then when my mom gave me my first, what's this called here? My graphics tablet, my bamboo tablet, I got Adobe Photoshop, and I started animating on Photoshop, making GIFs, and then I eventually migrated to Photoshop, or to Toon Boom, and yeah, here we are today. I kind of jumped over the question there a bit.
No, you're good.
No.
I think I looked into Toon Boom a long time ago because I had a graphics tablet, and I believe it wasn't free, and I gave up on it immediately.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's very pricey. Like, if you want a perpetual license, which I'm glad they do, and frickin' Adobe does not do this, and I
Nope.
absolutely hate it. They do it like a subscription service, and I'm like, that's how you get pirating, is you do that.
See, the only reason I do the subscription is because for the longest time I had a student discount. But now that I graduated, once my subscription is up, I'm going to have to pay more than double, which means I might just jump to another platform unless I'm making the money to want to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with doing subscription services. Like, there's certain things it works for, like movies and maybe games in a sense do work, like especially if you want to try new games and stuff, but like not for art programs that, you charge you a pretty penny per month.
Yeah.
That's why I like Toon Boom, because they do have a perpetual license, but it's about the price of buying an old car to get the program.
Yeah, I kind of just wish that I could pick and choose which ones I want and make it cheaper. They do have a $10 or $20 Photoshop license, but I need Photoshop and Premiere. The rest of them I couldn't care less about. But like I have Lightroom and I have Bridge and I have Dreamweaver and all that stuff, and I'm like, what do I do with this?
Well, there's actually the good thing is there is some animation programs that are within the affordability range. Like Clip Studio Paint actually has an animation function. It's very tricky to learn, but the program's only worth $30 to $50, which is pretty attainable, to be honest. And then you got other programs that are online that you do, but they're hit and miss when it comes to online stuff. But there's always like alternatives.
I'm thinking of buying Clip Studio in place of Photoshop in the future. My manager from my old job would trace over all her pencil work in Clip Studio, and she would had really cool line work. It had all custom brushes. She did all her coloring in there, and it's like it's no different than what I could do in Photoshop. So it's like, why pay monthly when you can pay that once? And it's only like $50, isn't it?
Something like that. And the lines are so much nicer. Like, there's a lot more stability. Like, Photoshop, that was one thing I always had a problem with, is the lines are so janky. But Clip Studio is nice and crisp, and you even got vector brushes too.
All right, yeah, that's cool. And then as for video editing, I'm thinking of getting a Final Cut Pro once I run out of my Adobe subscription.
Yeah, no, there's always different ways. I don't know if you've got any questions regarding the whole programs or what programs they use and whatnot, so.
I mean, I think that the furthest of my understanding is that you do it in a traditional style, but on a digital format. I don't think I have other questions. I know the frame rate you use. I know that you do everything by hand.
Oh, I have a question. Well, okay, it doesn't matter what if you know, but we're all trying to get to know her. But I have a stupid question. Did you ever do the what was it called? No. The thing on the Nintendo DS thing.
Oh, Flip Note?
Not animated. No, I didn't have Flip Note. I had the old DS Lite. I didn't have the ones after
DSi.
it. No, DS Lite.
Yeah, no, but the DSi I think was the one that had Flip Note antenna, and that is a core memory for me. I was on that. That was my TikTok before I got TikTok.
Oh, I was like.
Nope, my very first device I used to animate was the Samsung Note 3. Was my very first actual mobile device that I animated on.
Oh, nice.
The Samsung Notes are a very good line, and actually that's a good segue into the kind of programs I use. Like I use Flip-a-Clip to do my rough animations on during my breaks at lunch, and that helps me to kind of kill time, because like when I sit at my breaks, I always found I was bored, I didn't know what to do, and it was like sometimes I just don't feel like a social person. Like I'm normally a pretty extroverted person, and it was like I'm so bored, I don't know what to do. Oh, I could just animate on my phone. So I animate a lot of these animations from my lunchroom, and sometimes I actually get ideas from the lunchroom and make them into full-blown animations. But Flip-a-Clip, it's literally the price of a McDonald's cheeseburger. I don't know what that'll be like in when inflation hits hard, but it's at the point I think it's like $7, and you get like your onion skinning, your gridding, your ability to add sounds in, and all that jazz.
You guys pay $7 for a burger in Canada?
Something like that, yeah.
like a McDonald's burger.
Yeah, like if you're going for a combo.
You get like 2 of those for like $5 here. Yeah.
Even better.
All right, I guess we could just move into our topics then.
Yeah, I guess I think we should. Oh, hold on. Well, if we want to talk about the first one, I'm gonna have to get that up. Hold on. Crunchyroll anime of the year nominations.
Are you gonna
I didn't spell
go
it.
like in like, or is
I'm
it
only
still
gonna do
nominations or is it like done?
Oh, they're done. Sorry. They won.
Okay.
At the time I wrote it, it was the nominees
Okay.
were announced.
Okay, so we should just talk about who won.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you're gonna have me lost on that.
All right. Do you watch any anime?
I do watch anime, yeah.
Do you watch Attack on Titan?
Yes. Oh my god.
Well,
I was
yes.
supposed to watch that.
Well, guess what? Attack on Titan was nominated by Crunchyroll as Anime of the Year in 2021.
It's good. I don't
Yeah.
follow like the award shows, but yeah, that's
Oh, I
not
don't either,
surprising.
but Crunchyroll is probably the most reputable thing because I know it.
Yeah, no, I need to watch up on the episodes. I guess they released some more episodes, and I'm like,
Yeah, season
I
2.
want to do it.
Season 4 part 2, or the final season part 2, started in January. And
Yeah, I
it
watched
has
up to
been-
the part where they're in the paths or whatever. Sorry,
Okay.
spoilers.
yeah, well, yeah. So you're probably 1 or 2 episodes behind, but it's been a roller
Yeah, that's it.
coaster.
I know it's so good.
Yeah. Okay, no Attack on Titan spoilers.
Yeah,
Thoughts,
Yeah.
feelings?
just beep that all out. Just beep the entire
Just-
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, oh, what was the last time we talked about
I love the
spoilers?
part when Aaron goes. Just wrongful censorship.
Yeah. Aaron and Zeke have some brotherly love.
Yeah.
Oh,
Non-sexual.
no.
Yeah, they got pretty good in there. Like Aaron was going all, and then
Yeah,
the-
Zeke took his shirt
Reiner was
off.
going
Aaron
on
got in
that.
his chains.
yeah, and then Aaron was like all in there, like
Yeah.
I'm putting spots for you to put censors.
Yeah. See, I try not to say anything I'll have to censor because I'm like, I'm not going to scrub through an hour of footage, but I'll do it for this because this is a special episode. Okay. So yeah, on top of that, Eren Yeager was nominated as the best protagonist and the best antagonist,
Yeah.
which I don't think has ever happened before, but it's so right.
Yeah, I don't even. Well.
I don't know if he
what else.
won both. I think he won best protagonist.
Oh. He won best antagonist. Actually.
Antagonist, okay. I think
Yeah.
he's a better antagonist than protagonist, so that's fair.
Yeah. Well, Aaron's kind of like, you know, there was a video I was watching by someone who was talking about Aaron and how people say like his character got retconned, but he's like, no, actually Aaron is still the person he was before. He's just grown up and has like, you know, trauma and muscles and
Yeah.
sexy hair. He's a Chad now, but he's a
Thirst
Chad
trapping
for the wrong
over-
reasons.
We're thirsting over
Yeah.
Aaron now.
He literally becomes 14 and deep, but he's like an adult. So he's like 14 and deep,
He's
but
19
probably
and
like
deep now.
20. Oh, he's 19. Yeah, he's 19 and deep.
Oh my god.
What a freaking Chad.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the only character I've seen that will interrupt a transformation sequence. He gave
Yeah,
no
he
frick.
broke an anime trope by interrupting a transformation. Yeah,
That's not really a spoiler, at least.
it's not. If you haven't seen the final season part 1, you're not even a fan. So
Yeah.
Sheesh.
yeah. Okay, and then the next topic. I don't know who this is, but they have cast
Oh.
someone named Dakota Johnson to play a Madam Web. You know who Madam Web is?
Not a clue. You lost me at both those names, actually.
Okay.
Oh, you're
So I don't know if this is where she originates from, but in the 90s Spider-Man animated series, Madam Web was that lady in the chair in that one weird dimension where Peter could just kind of appear there and talk to her.
You lost me at Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
not a Spider-Man fan.
No, I like
Oh.
Venom so much more.
Okay, but you have to be a Spider-Man fan to even see
No, not necessarily, because I watched only the Venom movie, so therefore I only like Venom.
Venom. Oh my god. I'm kicking you out. Podcast is over.
Podcast.
I also like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Wait, but like
Are
the
you
Nicolas
talking
Cage
Nicolas
movie?
Cage or just the comic book Ghost
Please
Rider?
tell me Nicolas Cage actually.
The Nicolas Cage one, the first.
Yeah, let's go.
The first movie. The second one was fucking ass garbage, and
Okay.
it like didn't even follow the premise of the first movie. And I'm like, why? No, why is he getting rid of his power? He chose to keep it. Why is he taking it? What?
More stuff to
But-
censor. Yeah, no, I mean, I remember them fondly, but oh god, they're bad.
No, yeah, they're
I've
bad.
seen the Nicolas Cage movie, but the first one was good. But the second one, the only thing good about that was like the mining machine, like you see in
That was
Calgary
cool.
from the oil stands.
Okay.
That was cool, and the pissing fire. That's pretty
There
cool.
are only 2 scenes I remember from that movie. The fire thing just then you mentioned, and the part where he's transforming on his motorcycle and they have this weird fisheye lens and he's just screaming at the camera while he's half skull, half Nicolas Cage. That was the most weird scene I've ever seen in any kind of comic book movie.
Yeah. Well, and the camera angles were so bad too, and like it looked gross. Like it looked like someone vomited on the camera lens half the time. It was just
Yeah.
no.
They had a weird what's the word? Like grungy look to them that didn't really
It
didn't really seem
gross.
like an aesthetic. It just seemed ugly.
It literally looked like they took a camera out of a freaking hoarder's place that had been sitting for 20 years, and probably a few cats have barfed on it and probably died on top of it. That was like the equivalent to what I saw there with visual effects. It was just not a nice thing.
Yeah.
It's like, would I watch this movie, or would I rather just go to a hoarder's house and just like get the same effect? I don't know.
Yeah. I can't. If you watch those and not watch Spider-Man, I don't even know what to say. But anyways, Madam Web is a character, and they have cast someone to play her. I assume this is live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a live action movie. Live action movie. Dakota Johnson is the girl who played
Oh, right. She plays what's her
Yeah.
name?
from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. I was gonna
Not either.
Anastasia or something. I don't remember her name. I didn't actually watch the movie, but
Well, I mean,
I recall.
If you know her name.
Well, yeah, because I seen Cinema Sins talk about the movie. But anyway, I expected a much older woman to play Madam Web, at least older than her.
Yeah, I also expected an old lady to do it.
Yeah, but
Whole
anyway,
topic is just lost on
yeah.
me.
No, since you don't know this one, we're moving on.
Moving on. Hold on, we're gonna skip. We're just gonna skip. We're just gonna skip. I wrote these as they were coming in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I thought you had a new list for like today,
No, why would I have a new list?
because it's a new.
Nothing
week.
else, because nothing else has happened.
Then we'll talk about stuff that happened in the last 2 weeks. Let's talk about this one. Nintendo Direct happened. Narendo.
Oh, well, that's another topic lost on me because I play Xbox.
You're an Xbox. Hey, okay, that one's on Ethan.
What's on me?
Ethan, well, you told me that.
I was like, oh, she's like cool and nerdy. She probably likes Nintendo.
Oh, how wrong you were.
I didn't want to ask you questions that I would have had to ask you on the podcast.
You should have
Well,
asked me
now-
what platform I play on and then find
Yeah.
relevant questions. Sheesh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now you.
Do you watch Netflix and play BioShock?
I played BioShock, but no, I don't watch Netflix.
Do you like BioShock?
The first one, actually, no, the first 2 games are okay. The other one kind of got convoluted with timelines and stuff, but it was okay at the time. Would I
Well-
play it again? It does have replay value? No, not really.
Well, you're in luck because Netflix is making a BioShock live-action adaptation.
Shut up. No way.
Yeah.
And
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
video game movies have a track record of being fantastic.
You know, there was one thing I saw on Netflix that they actually did right. The Invader Zim movie.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had all the original people there to make it.
They did. They did. and
Yeah,
it was
no,
freaking
I
great.
loved it. I didn't care about the redesigns at all because I was like, yes, more of this.
That's actually based on the comic. They have an Invader Zim comic, and that's actually the comic book style.
Yeah, no, I actually liked the redesigns. I didn't care that they were different at all.
Yeah, no, it was good. And they actually got away with more darker humor. Like, freaking at the end, I'm not going to spoil this, but something happens to the tallest in the end. And I'm like, wow, they got away with that. I love that. Like, it was, if you were a connoisseur of Jonan Vasquez content, which is the guy who made Invader Zim, you'll know, like, about Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. And that comic is quite dark, and there's a lot of dark humor in there. Like, literally, there's a guy that's literally shitting his pants, and then another one where he's like, I need the back teen, and he's like, just got done killing somebody. Like, it's an edgelord's paradise, but it's so good. It got me through a lot of tough times with that comic.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything by him other than Invader Zim, but even... Okay, keep in mind, I was born, like, when this show came out, and I grew up watching it, and it was traumatic, but I loved it. That show is disturbing.
Yep, that's exactly his caliber.
Yeah, I remember the episode gave me this weird paranoia. I watched the one where there was that baby across the like house, like watching him through the window, and then the babies are like spies, and then they morph together into a giant monster with like heads and arms and legs sticking out. That freaked me out.
That one bothered you?
Okay, well, there's other things that bothered me, but that's what I thought of right now.
Okay, I'll tell you the one that freaked me out.
The one where he eats people's organs, and they're like coming out of his mouth. Like,
that would be Dark Harvest. Yeah, a lot of people freak out. That one didn't scare me. The one that freaked me out, this is going to be a shocker, Rise of the Zit Boy. When Zim's Zit gets really freaking huge and then it explodes and he's like freaking out and the camera's like spazzing out. That one freaked me out.
As a kid, I didn't actually mind that episode, but growing up, I can't watch that stuff.
Yeah. I could still watch it, but yeah, it's like, that one had the equivalent of Web Weirdos from Adventure Time. It was the same kind of like creepy shock factor that made you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's something about the sound design in that show that makes it extra scary. But still, the humor was my favorite of like my childhood shows. I'd put that in my like top 3 or 5.
Fun fact, in the comics, there's like one episode, it was like, or not episode, one comic that I read, and it was with Gaz, because like Gaz is like that computer girl, right? Like kind of computer girl.
Sister.
Yeah. Dib turns off her console when she's in the middle of a game and it didn't save. So she goes out of her way to put Dib into the virtual worlds of like Minecraft, but they changed the name, so copyright. But like there was Minecraft, Birth of Isaac, and other things, and Gur was the Let's Player, and he was putting him in death situations.
Do you mean the Binding of Isaac?
Yeah, the Binding of Isaac.
Yeah. No, I've never played it, but I've seen enough.
And there was a Minecraft one. There was one particular one where Gur was Let's Playing Dib in Minecraft, and the zombies literally ripped his head off, and you can see just like bloody little bits coming out of his head from this Minecraft game when Gur was Let's Playing, and literally Girl was like playing like a horrible Let's Player.
So does the creator just work on like Zim related stuff to this day, but like in comic?
I think he's working on the comic. He's done a few other stuff. He actually worked on the that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like he actually had a hand in that, making that too. The really sharp looking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I haven't
kept up with Nickelodeon since I was like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a new, what's it called? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's got, like, if you look at it, it's got the Jonan Vasquez style. Like, you can kind of see it. Like, it's got that sharp, the dark, thick black lines that Invader Zim has, and the different contrasting colors, like the dark but bright colors kind of mixed in. Like, yeah, it's apparently really good. I've never watched it, but a lot of people rave about it being good, but Jonan actually had a hand in that. He also did the music video, what was it? Not KSI, frick. I can't remember, but the song was called Mindless Self-Indulgent, and it's very strange.
I think there's a band called Mindless Self-Indulgence, but I don't know who made a song with that title.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was Mindless Self-Indulgence. Fuck Me Up, I think it was called.
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to censor so many things.
Yeah. But, no, he actually directed it, and it's anyway. Like... It's actually like a very weird music video.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
No, shut me up. It's shut me up, not F me up.
Okay, so you didn't have to say that in the first place.
No, I didn't. For some reason, I remembered it as the frick me up part. For some reason.
Yeah. Let's see, what else is there? GTA 6 is finally in development.
I stopped playing after San Andreas.
Man.
Wow, really?
San Andreas came out when I was like 3.
I tried to play 4, and then I played it for a little bit, and like then it screwed up, and then I went to the newest one, Grand Theft Auto 5, and then yeah, I didn't like the appeal of it and switching characters and stuff, so I kind of lost interest after that point.
I don't know anyone that actually plays for the story. Like I know a lot of people have played the story, but like everyone plays online, and you have to play online with friends or else it's really boring. But like even like I played it from 2013 all the way through like 2000 maybe 19. And
Played the very OG Grand Theft Auto, the one that was like an overview one.
yeah, I had a Game Boy game of that. It kind of sucked because I was used to what GTA 3 looked like.
No. I played that for a bit. The only reason I really played Grand Theft Auto, I just love stealing the planes and flying them.
Yeah.
And then doing the story. But the one thing I can remember with Grand Theft Auto was that one freaking thing with Big Smoke where you're trying to get the train, and then it literally, if the train goes even an inch away, it's like, you missed the train, CJ.
Yeah.
I hated that one.
That is a meme to this day.
Fun fact too, if you cheat enough in the game, your score will go into negatives, and there was one episode where you had to save a guy from like freaking jumping off a building and committing self-yeet, and if you tried to get in the car, it would just automatically fail because he would just literally splat, and the mission was impassable.
Thank you for censoring yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember which route I played through GTA 5 because I did the story on the Xbox 360, bought the game again on the Xbox One, and then my friends made me buy the game on PC, and we have never played.
No. Yeah. No, I literally would cheat. Like, I would literally spawn in a tank all the time and then just do, like, the flying tank thing, and then I would put the turret to the back and then just shoot to make the tank fly, because the tank wouldn't fly otherwise with the flying car cheat.
Yeah, that's what I miss about the older games. They had way more cheats. Also, with GTA 4, you type in the cheats on your phone, and then you always have them. In GTA 5, you have to memorize the button mashing to spawn things and to get the cheats. And the only one I had memorized was Skyfall, and I would just fall from the sky over and over and over again and lose all my money. Because that was fun, I guess.
Well then.
Yeah. Alright. They announced a Joker 2, which I feel like, why?
And again, you lost me on the DC comic stuff.
Oh man, you don't like anything. Except Sans.
No, not just Sans.
And Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. Well, cartoon stuff, man.
Yeah, okay, cartoon stuff.
We literally could talk about Sonic 2.
I thought you did some research
Sonic 2.
before you're gonna interview me.
Do you like the Sonic movies?
Yes, I do. Except Sonic flossed too much in the first movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, one was too many, but still. First movie was an okay
And
start.
Zillow.
I think, yes, Zillow and also Olive Garden.
Yes, Olive Garden. I
But
don't know why he's not plugging for Olive Garden.
The Olive Garden product placement at the end was so funny that I wasn't even mad. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. But anyways, I think that what we're getting from Sonic 2 should have just been the first movie, and the first movie shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least we didn't have the abomination that he looked like before, because God, if they did that, oh my gosh.
I prefer that they made him look like he does in the games, like exactly like how they did in Wreck-It Ralph, where he's just Sonic and he looks exactly how he normally does. Because even though the new design is better than the first, it's not by my standard good. And I remember, what's his name? That kid who's like the Sonic fan who did the screaming video with the backpack.
Oh,
what's his name?
Kid. I don't know.
It's like Jimmy or Jamie or something.
I don't know, but I know what you mean. It's like, is this what you want? What would you learn?
Yeah, that kid.
Yeah.
He's like grown up now, and he's like, I love the Sonic movie.
Yeah.
And I totally mixed him up with someone else. I mixed him up with Chris Chan, who was like, why are his arms blue? Someone needs to change this back, because his arms are supposed to be like tan.
Yeah.
And I'm also mixing that up with another thing. He was not talking about the movie. He was talking about Sonic Boom, in which he sent Sega like threats and went to like a GameStop and told them to like, he told them to recall all copies of Sonic Boom until they changed the arm color back. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's a
See,
fun
Sonic
detour.
Boom, Sonic Boom, like the freaking what was it? The movie, actually the TV show is not badly written at all,
I
but I
love
don't
clips
think
of the TV show, but I haven't
it's
seen
actually
the actual show.
good. And like freaking Knuckles was like spitting facts about something that like hit home in reality, and I'm like, and he's like, "What? I'm not always a meathead." And
You
it was
talking
like,
about
yeah, the writing's good.
The volleyball thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was volleyball or tennis or something of the sort.
Yeah, I think it was volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
was like, oh, that's good. Like, I'll
It's
give the credit to the writers, that's good, but
It's
like Sonic,
weirdly political for a kid's show, but like it's something a kid won't understand
Is
at
it?
all and then come back to it later.
yeah.
They also
really, though.
they also mention that there's weird fan art of Sonic and Amy.
Yeah.
And
We'll talk
yeah,
about
there's
that.
some really good jokes in Sonic Boom. I saw one where Eggman goes to the store and he just like points a gun at the guy at the register, and the guy doesn't react at all. And he's like, "Why aren't you freaking out?" And he's like, "Man," he explains why his life sucks, and his wife and kids aren't around or whatever, and he works at this job. He's like, "You're looking at a man with nothing left to lose," and then Eggman just like leaves. And I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, I feel like Sonic Boom.
The two shows that really surprise me all the time are Sonic Boom and The Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah. Like, I feel like Sonic Boom is good as its own vein, but I don't think it should be grouped with the OG stuff. That's
Yeah,
my
not at
personal
all.
opinion.
But
No.
I don't care about
On
the
its
Sonic
own, it's
Boom
good.
game, but that show
Yeah,
deserves to stay. It earns its place.
Yeah, it really did. The freaking game's hot garbage, though. It's like Sonic 06 hot garbage.
Yeah, I grinded through Sonic 06 as a kid, and I couldn't beat it because it was just too buggy. Like, there were points where I would fall through the map and then lose my last life and then have to spawn back in Soleana and walk all the way back to the thing that started the level and then get all the way back to where that checkpoint was just to fall through the map again in the same spot and never be able to finish the level. And eventually I just gave up on playing because I didn't want to start over as Silver or Shadow. I just wanted to beat the game as Sonic.
Yeah. No, it was hot garbage, too, that game.
Yeah.
Mm.
But to be fair, the bar for Sonic games has been low for like 15 years.
Yeah,
No,
honestly,
Sonic
though.
06 was 16 years ago. Wow. The bar has been low for 20 years.
But Sonic Mania, and that's good. It goes back
Yeah.
and harkens to the old days. Like,
Yeah.
that is... Yeah.
But wasn't Sonic Mania like a fan project at first?
I don't know, honestly. I never looked into it.
It might
There's
have
Sonic
been-
Mania,
Hold on, I gotta
Sonic,
look that up.
what was it? There's the game that I played. Sonic Unleashed was good. Sonic Unleashed was actually really good, gameplay-wise. I played it. It was hard as AF when it came to the, like, doing the day stones, but, like, the night stones, I like the Warhog things. People don't like the Warhog because it's too slow, but I liked it.
I liked the game, but I don't remember much, honestly. I was obsessed with the opening sequence of the game, that animation where he's like on that ship in space and he fights Eggman and then Eggman like blasts him back to Earth and he becomes the Werehog. Coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it's well done, and like that actually segues into one of my videos that I made based on Sonic the Werehog that I did, and I want to finish that animation too. That animation, I actually used the comic dub from Doomerang to animate that because the voices I got kind of from that dub. But I
Yeah.
want to complete it. It's just I got to reanimate it because there's scenes there that look really kind of dirty in my eyes. So
One of the better recent, I put recent in quote, Sonic games is Sonic Generations. I liked it. It was basically Sonic Adventure with a little bit of classic Sonic and new Sonic. The cutscenes where they meet each other are just really entertaining. The opening and the ending of the game are like wholesome and like typical like old video game stuff. It's like it doesn't have the complex plot. It's just Eggman shows up and messes stuff up, and then Sonic goes to fix it, and then the happy ending, he gets a chili dog, which is funny because at the beginning of the game, his chili dog flies through the portal and he doesn't get to eat it.
yeah, I remember that.
Good stuff.
Mhm,
I'm excited.
I had that game.
I'm excited to see more Jim Carrey, Eggman, and Sonic 2. And I'm really
I was
excited
surprised.
about Idris Elba playing Knuckles. Because at first I was like, what? He doesn't sound like Knuckles. And the moment I heard him speak, I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah, they're making a third Sonic movie too, believe it or not.
They've already confirmed it.
It got greenlit.
Nice.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised, but nice.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that.
You know what's funny?
Like that, and then the Venom movie, the second movie. I want to see that. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I want to.
Yeah.
And
I haven't
yeah,
either,
other than that,
actually.
I haven't really watched very many movies. Like I said, even my anime, I've been kind of backlogged trying to watch things. Like My Hero Academia, I'm way behind on that
Oh
one.
yeah,
Like,
I'm several seasons behind on that one. You know what's
Mm-hmm.
funny? When the Sonic movie came out, and I remember this too vividly. It came out on Valentine's Day in 2020, and that is the last movie I saw in theaters before the pandemic. And I spent
Yeah.
it with my guy friends watching a Sonic movie in theaters. And then we immediately went to Olive Garden because nobody thought that the pandemic was going to happen. And it only was a couple weeks after that everything was changed until the Fire Nation. Nope, I messed that up. Everything.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, everything changed when the Fire Nation. Not until the Fire Nation attacked, but when did they attack?
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Correct. Yes.
There you go.
I haven't heard anything about the Netflix Avatar series lately, except that they messed up casting Sokka and now they can't undo it. Obi, have you heard about that?
I've heard about the new Airbender.
I will
live
summarize
action.
what happened. So they were trying to be better at casting people for their roles, and they casted Sokka and they filmed things, and then it turned out that he is not native and he is registered under a fake tribe name, and he's actually 100% Caucasian, and he just looks native, like by coincidence, and that's the guy they cast for Sokka.
Nice.
So that's a problem, but are they gonna reshoot the entire show because of it? I doubt it.
I also doubt it. I don't even think they're gonna do anything about it, to be honest. They're
Yeah,
probably just never gonna keep moving forward with it, or they'll
Until-
recast him.
until I have defeated all of my enemies or destroyed whatever. I am terrible at recalling lines from things.
Yeah, how are you so bad? I'm so good at it. It's
No.
so funny.
Cabbages.
My cabbages.
Oh, you know what? I meant to ask a question. Hold on. What should I call you? I'm sorry. I already forgot your name.
DragonFire1000.
Just call me Dragon for short.
Okay, I was gonna say, can I? Okay, Dragon. Have you ever watched El Tigre?
Yeah, a long time ago. I was like probably still in elementary school.
Wait,
Okay,
it's
fine.
that old?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that came out when I was a kid,
I don't know when that was, but no, it's been around
like
long time ago.
2004.
Yeah,
I
sounds
thought
about
that's
right.
when it came out. Wait,
Sounds about right.
okay, I underestimated my own age. I realized we're closer in age than I thought. Yes, El Tigre was one of my favorites as a kid. That's also, I'd put that on par with Invader Zim.
Yeah. The oh.
I don't
Hot.
know.
Well, I don't know if it's a hot take.
It probably is, but it was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of good shows. Like I know, like there was like stuff like Aladdin I used to love watching, and then there was Digimon. There was I think Digimon was my very
See,
first anime. so
I was a
watched
Pokemon bandwagon, so I refused to watch Digimon.
I watched the old Pokemon shows, but after it got like when they started making keys out of Pokemon into keys and stuff, I'm like, nah.
I don't even know when that was. Was that past the Sinnoh region?
That's Gen
I don't
5.
know.
Okay.
That's Gen 5.
There's
So,
like
black and
freaking a
white.
literal garbage Pokemon. A literal
Oh yeah,
trash
black and white.
Pokemon
No,
and
that's
stuff.
close to where I gave up on Pokemon. I played black and
I
white.
gave up in
I
black,
played X
yeah.
and Y, and then I never played X and Y 2, and I never played Sun and Moon. I never played Sword and Shield. I never played Yellow and Eevee, or Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and now there's the remakes and the RC. I guess I stopped playing at X and Y.
I guess I kind of lied. I guess I did have some involvement with Nintendo, I guess.
Oh yeah, you said you don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I kind of lied there.
What did Nintendo Direct bring up again?
Like Nintendo Direct, I never paid attention to, but like I was into Pokemon back then, and like my favorite, and still my favorite, is Charizard.
Fair enough.
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
considering you like dragons, particularly orange dragon.
Charizard and Salamence and Flygon. Dragonite just looked like an orange Barney, so
Dragonite was too round.
Yes. He'd be too thick for me.
Yeah. Anyways, what was I gonna say? What did Nintendo Direct announce again?
Hold on. I'm looking at it right
There
now.
might be stuff that you like. I just need to figure out what it was.
No Man's Sky is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, great.
Okay. Splatoon 3 launching in summer 2022. Kirby, Disney's Portal, and Portal 2 coming onto the Nintendo Switch. Nope.
I swore there was like better stuff coming. Well, not better stuff, but more stuff.
No, this is kind of how. Well, I mean,
I literally stopped Nintendo after the Nintendo DS, if that helped.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, probably help guide your questions a little bit.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8, am I right?
Oh, I never even played that.
Okay, well,
I stopped at the Nintendo
here's the joke. Mario Kart 8 was made for the Wii U, and then made for the 3DS, and then made for the Switch, and then they're still on Mario Kart 8. Did you just say they're remaking Mario Kart 8?
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Why?
Because they're adding new tracks.
You mean old tracks?
Yeah, old tracks.
They're adding old tracks to the game, and instead of just adding them to the current game, they're re-releasing the game.
I'm pretty sure. This is the way that they're phrasing it. But yeah, it looks
Okay.
absolutely boof.
I mean, Dragon, if you haven't paid attention to any recent Nintendo Directs, the Switch is now capable of playing a lot of N64 games.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have that. I had a Sega Genesis.
Oh, you know what? That's really funny. I have a Sega Genesis.
You're just what's the word?
I'm giving you guys a hard time.
Yeah, you're like the opposite of us. Let's see. Let me guess, you have an Android
You know
phone.
what? Wait.
Yes, I do.
Oh, yep. Okay, let me think. What are other things that are like the norm? Let me see. You don't use Spotify for music.
Nope, I use TuneIn Radio.
Okay, I'm starting to figure out who you are. You don't do mainstream things. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, let me think. What else is mainstream that you would do the alternative for?
I'm a rebel. I do everything
Okay.
against society, I swear.
At least tell me you have a Windows computer and not like a Linux.
Yes, I have a Windows computer.
Okay.
I have actually 1, 2, 3 PCs.
Wow.
Yeah, one is my old Surface Pro 3, then I have my Surface Pro 6, and then I have this, what's this called? The Asus Tough Gaming laptop, because I like the RGB.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
I like glowy things. Don't get any ideas with the sans things.
I wasn't, but now I am.
Well, I know that some viewers might.
Yeah.
Some people might get the wrong idea.
They do. And
Yeah.
yeah, when I first got into Undertale, I was into sans. Not fangirl status, but like I was into it, so.
Are we
Some
talking
people
like
that are familiar with
not
the
safe for
content.
work?
No, I would never go not safe for work. Even my content creation, I would never go showing peepees or anything like that.
All right, cool.
None of
Because
that.
Sans should not have one of those.
No, you shouldn't. But I have seen some pictures and it scarred me for life mentally.
I've probably seen some terrible Undertale art. Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Elvis the Alien?
No, but it sounds like it's a bad idea.
Watch his People Ruin Everything series, and he'll show the most disturbing fan art of everything you've ever loved. Overwatch, Sonic, My Little Pony, Animal Crossing, anything. He'll just pull up the most disturbing images of all those things. They're like kind of censored, but if you subscribe to his like Patreon, you can see his videos unedited.
Yeah, no, I have seen enough on DeviantArt to know where that goes.
Yeah, no,
trust me.
the shock value of watching any of his People Ruin Everything videos is just the best.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, I know we're under an hour, but I think I'm gonna wrap up here. It was great having you on the show.
It was wonderful having you on the show. Nice to meet you. I've never talked to you before.
Yeah.
Meet you as well.
Yeah,
Do you guys got any more questions regarding my crafts or anything like that you want to add into the video?
I'm bad at coming up with extra questions on the spot.
Yeah, it's like specific questions like what was my longest made video, or maybe like
what's your longest made video?
The longest one had to be is Red Bull Gives You Problems. That one took me 1.5 years to make.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long on average do these take?
It really depends on what frame rate I decide to pick. Like you did mention earlier, I do 24 frames per second. That's not entirely true. I actually
Don't say
start
you do
them off.
23.9 or something.
No, not higher. Trust me. It's either between 20 to 24 frames per second. But I start off low, so I start off at like 8 frames per second when I go into the animatic phase, and then I will slowly dial up the frame rate as I go. That's to make sure that the initial animation motion is smooth before cleaning it up more. Because if you do it really high frames rates, you can find that it gets janky, and then your pacing just goes all to crap.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that smarty thing people say where they're like, actually, when film says it's 24 frames per second, it's actually 23.92458 frames per second.
Oh no, yeah. I'm not that much of a nerd.
Nerd.
But yeah, there's other questions you could ask, like what was the one I most enjoyed, which was the one I most hated, stuff like that.
Yeah, let's go. What's your least favorite video you've made?
My least favorite. I'd say, well, time-wise, because it didn't age very well, is my Invader Zim Pet Day fan animation, because I voiced all the characters, and me being a teenager, having a female voice and voicing Dib and Gaz, it was horrible. And the Flash animating program back then made all the lines look really gross and tacky, not compared to my Toon Boom ones. I'd say that is the worst of all time. Worst recently, I think it has to be the one where I made a really bad pun about Spaghetti out of here. I think it was the one with Sans riding on a Gaster Blaster with Frisk. I think that's my worst recent one that I made. It's so corny. And Sans looks like a flattened pancake, like someone went and smashed his face with a hammer and it's still collapsed.
Are your least favorite videos also your least viewed videos?
No, actually, that's the sad part.
Because my views are so unpredictable that I'll be like, all right, this one's gonna blow up, and then I get like 9 views, and then my worst one will, like, my least favorite one will have like 28, which is tiny numbers compared to what you've probably seen.
I hate that so much. It's like you put a lot of effort in the video. It's the worst performing one, and then I get one like called the shitpost one that's like called "Why is Sans Head a Gas Bladder?" Literally came because people would nag me nonstop about asking this question, and that one got 3.4 million views, and I'm like, how? I barely put any effort into this.
We have like 1,000 views combined.
Yeah, and then I got like Red Bull Gives You Problems. It took like 3 years before I finally got to 886,000 views. But like when it first came out, it didn't hit 1,000 views until like 6 months in. And I'm like, bruh, I put a year and a half of work into that, and that's where we're at. Seriously?
Yeah, that's what makes me worry about my movie with my character in my profile picture. It's been a work in progress since I finished high school.
Yeah.
And I'm worried it's going to be dead in the water when it's out. Like, I plan on investing money in advertising for it.
I would say my personal advice with that is just to, like, you know, draw out your characters and, like, do, like, if you can, like, picture stuff and that. Try to get people interested, tease little snippets and stuff, and see how people react before going through with funding or doing a whole bunch of big things for the movie. Like, maybe do a comic series just to get people interested. That would be my advice.
Yeah. I'm just really hoping they, like, grow the channel, because I want the channel to, like, live on its own independently and, like, all that, but I also want it to be, like, a marketing machine for my films, because that's kind of that's the reason I started all this. And I feel like, you know, having you here will really help with that, and having other guests will really help with that. And I want to collaborate with them. Like I said, I want to do some, like, voice work for you. And Akeen Cabin said he'd have me do a react video for him. So I'm excited to, like, work with other small, like, not that you're a small channel, but we're miniature, we're infants.
Yeah, no, a lot of it comes down to, like, a balance of what you want to do and what will appeal to the people. Like, for me, my motivation to doing my channel was simply because I wanted to make animations that I could look back on and be like, oh yeah, I remember this, and then have people also get a little bit of happiness from it. Like, it never came from a place of trying to grow big or explode. Like, hell, when I first started, I never expected to get to 40,000, let alone even 10,000 subscribers. And when I saw that shot up, I was like, holy crap, something's working. And then when I got my very first thing in the mail from Google saying I could monetize, I didn't take it because I thought it was a scam. Like, I didn't believe it was real. So I waited a whole entire 2 years before finally I got a letter in the mail saying from Google, hey, you can monetize. And I'm like, oh shit. So then I monetized, and that was in 2016. So I've been monetized since then.
Yeah.
But it was just like so surreal. Like, I was like, is this really happening right now? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting when we eventually get there. I'm hoping that, you know, the growth is exponential, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, I want people to be like, you know, engaged in my content, like commenting stuff. So far I have like 1 or 2 that pop into the comments on every like 4 videos, and it's like, I'll take what I can get. I just want them to, like, you know, interact with me and stuff, so I feel like I'm not just, you know, talking to a wall. And I know, like, oh, make the stuff that you like and stuff, but I want people to, like, tell me how what I made them feel, and, like, know that I'm not just talking to myself.
Yeah, like find things that your viewers are interested in too, like do polls and stuff if you got a bit of a viewing, see what they're at, and then just try and work on it. And I know someone else from the YouTube server was saying, like, just, you know, find a niche and stick with it, and then,
Yeah.
you know, when you deviate to new content, people are first going to be like not picking at it right away, but if you keep grinding on it, it'll probably get there, or maybe it won't. You just
Yeah.
kind of have to do for what things are.
Yeah, someone in the Creator Cafe thought that I was like 100,000 sub channel because of the way my content looked at first glance. And I'm like, nope, I got 43. He's like, 43,000? I'm like, no, 43.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
that's
but
my
that's the good
advice.
thing. The quality is there. It's just gonna take time.
Absolutely. Are we still doing the pod? Are we still on the podcast?
I have not
thing, or
ended
are
the
we just going
recording.
off?
I have
Oh,
not
okay.
ended the recording. I want to keep this, and, you know, it's just a little bit of, you know, genuine
Yeah, I
talk.
wasn't sure if you were or not, so like I would. Yeah,
I
there's
will
some
have to
stuff I
censor
wanna
you
talk about.
again and again and again, because I'll just end up watching the whole recording over and censoring, or I might just leave it because I know that this isn't going to get monetized, and people in 5 years aren't going to come back and look for this, and then be
Yeah.
like,
Maybe
"She
they
swore."
will.
They will,
Maybe
but
they will.
but I'll still
Yeah.
cut out the political whatever was mentioned, but I won't.
Yeah,
I think
the political stuff. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to bother
What political
censoring
stuff?
it. Nothing.
We weren't
nothing.
talking about any political
We
things.
talked about
Your mom. Oh.
correct.
Alright.
Insert bad joke about my mom
Mm.
that I won't say on podcast. All right. It was great having you. I will speak to you again in that other VC.
Yeah. Dragon. Where can we find you?
Oh yeah.
So you can find me on my Discord. I also got a DeviantArt, which is why I kind of brought up the DeviantArt. I also have Tumblr, and I also have some merchandise available for purchase too. So if you want a swaggy little mug or anything like that, feel free to check that out. That's linked also in my channel. And yeah.
And also buy Yonaha merch with it. Buy one get one for the price of 2.
No, I don't have any deals like that.
Well,
No.
yes. Anyway, end of episode. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.
Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. Have a good. Oh, I almost just